Alright, the last arrow. Women of Agartha. No battles. Just cutscene. And hopefully a grail waiting for me at the end of all this. The demon god pillar is slowing down. It's working! Almost there! Please, stop it. You're destroying Laputa. If you do that, I'll have to die over and over. Who knows how many times again? Ha! The poison's not so bad once you get used to it. It's starting to feel more like a nice hot bath. At any rate, I told you that men and women have an important role. You still don't get what comes after that. It's okay to live in fear of death. That's a feeling everyone has to a different degree. But it's because death inevitably comes at the end that you have to make sure you enjoy life. A good life is one spent enjoying the pleasures it offers. Enjoying food, enjoying drink, enjoying battle, enjoying sex, enjoying laughter. I have every sympathy for you that you weren't able to live like that. But even if you weren't, you should still find a way to smile. That exquisite body of yours is wasted if all you are is miserable. Whoa! Wait, no, that's not right. Sorry, forget I said that. You're a strong woman to have fought death for so long, but now the time for that is over. Now you should live your life in a way that makes you happy. The way you're living now, always shirking away, the fear of death constantly hanging over you to the point to where you can't muster the slightest hint of joy. How is that any different from being dead? I don't know about you, but the idea of living your whole life dreading what comes at the end doesn't sound like much fun to me. If you're prepared to destroy the world all because you don't want to die, if you've got that much strength within you, then show me that you're also prepared to meet life head-on with a smile. I don't understand. I'll never understand. I can't smile. What would be the point? Men are suckers for women with lovely smiles. Naturally, that goes for me too. So if you smile, you'll be able to land yourself a real catch, like me. If you landed me, I'd gladly make love to you. I do everything in my power to ensure that we have beautiful, healthy children, and I protect you from all manners of death, from the pain and frustration that life keeps throwing at you, as much as I possibly can. Is he sexually harassing her or confessing his love for her? No, this is Fergus' way of being encouraging. Never mind what he's saying, his voice is filled with such life-affirming energy. It is practically brimming with energy. Haha, if I inspired that sort of reaction in you, Miss Mash, then that's a fine compliment indeed. But then, I guess it's no surprise, seeing as that was also my best pickup line yet. There's not a woman in the world who wouldn't fall for it. And I haven't let up on my spiral sword one bit either. A true Celtic warrior is one who gets both the girl and saves the world. That's the most arrogant, bullheaded, egotistical, moronic, self-centered way of thinking with one's phallus I've ever heard. Those words are no more than the wind. They are utterly hollow. There's no way to protect someone from all manners of death. It's absolutely impossible. You got a point there. That may have been a bit much. If someone like Miss Kathaha were to attack us, we'd probably be thoroughly screwed. But even in times like this, there'd be something there to replace your fear of death. And I think the quickest way to do that, to help you get over it, is... Have you ever been attended to by a handsome man when you were ill? Or had a beloved child squeeze your hand while you were laid up in bed? I don't understand. Just what are you trying to say? Caster, it's normal to fear death. But fear can be laid to rest by living a meaningful life. Exactly. You see, oh beautiful-bodied one? Even the young master gets it. Well, I have seen it firsthand a lot by now. If a man you loved from the bottom of your heart, or a child you had raised with tender care were by your side, you wouldn't even have time to fear death. I imagine that you're only saying such things because you've never been able to negate that fear. No! Not yet! What? Thin tentacles are shooting up from its body, and it's headed for... Oh no! I can't believe you still had that much strength left. God, it hurts. I'm dying. I'm dying while living. I'm dying in the middle of the provisional contract when life becomes death. Or contradiction. I'm too exhausted to escape this muddy space of both life and death, nor can I escape from the spiraling rainbow gouging away at me. Caster! Caster! Give me the last of your strength! Your life! Even a little will do! Ugh. I'll die like this, but the concept I represent will end without dying. Somewhere, the concept of the phoenix will have a worthless, meaningless end where it dies countless times without rebirth. I'm melting and sinking. It hurts to infinity. Hurry, give them to me, you laggard. I don't want to die. Hurry up, it hurts. Ugh. Man, what's with the lack of punctuation on this thing? How many times have I suffered the pain of death, the fear of death? It's not fair with the only ones. It's not fair. It's not right. I won't accept it. Hurry! We must finish him off. Or perhaps we should use a projectile of some sorts to finish off Caster instead? Wait, hang on. I don't think we need to do that. No. This time, I refuse. What are you doing? Have you gone mad, my friend? I thought you feared death as I do. That you understood it like I do. Indeed, I do. I understand it very well. I know that I won't change. Even when this transient life ends and the next begins anew elsewhere, I have little doubt that I will again be dreading the prospect of death. But despite that, Phoenix, the way you are now, it's just a bit unseemly. What is this? Caster! Fearing death as I do, I can't help but be particular about the manner in which I die. And at the least, I decided that I don't want this death to be at the hands of something as unseemly as you. It's that simple. I can't keep this up any longer. Now's the time. Bring him down! As you wish, my little empress. Ah! Ah! Life, death, life, death, life, life, death, death, death. Ah! There, we killed it. We're good. No, that's how the daughter of a poor government official would laugh. Yes, there we go. That's how an empress should laugh. I worked really hard, you know? I studied as much as I could. I memorized books and poems. I suppressed my desire to play. Everything I did to get where I wanted to go. I am an empress. I decided that's what I would be. So that's what I will be. Right to the end. That criminal got the punishment he deserved. Well done. And she's dead too. Wu Zetian. I only came to see that this criminal is properly punished. I had no interest in saving any of you. You hear me? I know, but thank you anyway. Still, since I was able to torture that imbecile who tried to overthrow my nation myself, I'm in a rather good mood. An excellent mood, in fact. So, just for today, I may just permit you to pat my head or give me candy if you like. Maybe we'll see her again someday. Yeah, I've already summoned her by accident. True. Our lives are prone to unexpected goodbyes and meetings alike. That's just how it is. And right now, we are still here. As I said, I know that I won't change. Not one bit. But I think it's your fault that I did. You sure you haven't changed even just a little bit? It's because you said the fear of death could be laid to rest by living a meaningful life. I simply cannot possibly believe that. But it did get me thinking. Just a little, in a simplistic, fleeting, reflexive sort of way, without any thought as to what the future may actually hold. About how I might prefer to die when the time comes. Dying with those I love by my bedside, secure in the knowledge that I lived a full life. Or dying by becoming part of something unseemly that was just using me as an energy source. I thought, given the choice between the two of you, or between those two possibilities, which one would I choose? And I merely ended up choosing the former without even realizing I had done so. That is all. Haha, I see. Still, I'm glad to hear it. Fergus! Now don't look at me like that. I pushed myself way beyond my limits after all. This is bound to happen when all is said and done. both my body and spirit are in tatters at this point. But having my present and past, my life and my death, all in one form like that, isn't so bad. Hey, Caster. If I got you to believe in living a meaningful life, then I guess all that blathering of mine paid off. Even if that belief only lasts for a short time. If you can, I hope that you'll sit down at some point and reread the events that took place here in Agartha as one of your own stories. And that you'll come to see yourself as the woman who despised immorality in the end. Or immortality in the end. It'd be a lot more constructive than going through life always thinking about how you don't want to die. I don't know about that. I still don't understand it all. I see. In that case, you'll need a teacher you can depend on. Someone like Fergus, a handsome man as you'll ever find. The next time you come to life, make sure you seek me out, and let me make love to you. Do that, and you'll be sure to understand. This is not going well. Okay, that's clearly sexual harassment. What a strange man you are. Oh, does that mean that you'll do it? No, not at all. I refuse from the bottom of my heart. In fact, I thoroughly detest dealing with you in any capacity. You're slightly more bearable as you are now, but I refuse to meet your adult self. It would lead to an entirely different, perhaps worse kind of death. Huh. You have a point there. I have made a great many women feel as though they were about to die from my sheer bliss. Now look what you've done. My end approach is I have no time to prepare because you got me thinking about the kind of death you would give me. I see now. So this is what you meant. Maybe she did smile at the end, at least a little. Sure, Fergus. She sure did. Now then, I think it's time for me to go too. I may have been miscast from the start, and I couldn't even do a good job as a bit part player. But to be honest, I enjoyed adventuring in this underground world with you all. I have no regrets. I hope we'll meet again someday, if we ever get the chance. Next time, I hope I can drink with you in my true knight form, without any reservations. Yeah, I've already got more than MP5 Ferg. Some bit player he was. That kind of extra doesn't even leave room for the stars. Indeed, given that he so brilliantly prevented Laputa from crashing into the land. Yep, he was the lead role, no two ways about it. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but now's not exactly the time to be getting all sentimental. Thanks to Fergus' spiral sword physically destroying Laputa's landscape, it's completely coming to a halt. And we no longer have to worry about it falling on a major city. However, the trade-off is that the singularity has disappeared, which means Laputa is going to completely fall apart. In other words, the chances of your survival are dropping rapidly even as we speak. Okay, I take that last part back. Fergus isn't the lead anymore. Where's he get off destroying the ground we walk on without so much as an Astolfo may I? Agreed. Though I do not believe that there was time to discuss it nor any alternative solutions at hand. Mesh, the first thing I need you to do is calculate where the wreckage separating from Laputa will land. Done. Don't worry about it. It's going to fall on the Tibetan Plateau. There are no people there. In that case, we'll worry about it later. I do feel a little bad for all the nature and wildlife that's going to be majorly affected by this, though. I also don't envy the people from the association in this time who'll have to deal with this mess, but oh well, nothing I can do about that, no siree. Now then, next order of business, rescuing the people still on Laputa. Can't you just shift Master out of here? There are other humans here as well, as you may recall, namely the surviving resistance members and the men who have been imprisoned. Oh crap, I forgot all about them. Maybe my hippogriff could... No, there's just no way we could carry everybody. What could we do? Wait, I remembered. Astolfo, remember the resistance men you put to work? Thanks to them, the survivors should all be gathered in one place now. Is there no way we can help them escape, Mademoiselle Da Vinci? Just call me Da Vinci. Anyway, I know we have to do something about them. The question is, what? I'm running all sorts of simulations as we speak, but there's so little time. Oh crap, the shaking's getting even worse. Don't think we got time to wait for a perfect solution. For the moment, I'll just get my trusty hippogriff and make sure that there's no stragglers. If I find any, I'll bring them to the meetup point, so make sure you think of something to get them out of here in the meantime. Up, and away! Oh, my apologies. I was so taken by the spectacle unfolding before me that I forgot to make my report. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Astolfo, you may wish to pay attention to your flight path. Ow! What was that? It looks like some sort of flying silver pot? Looks like you could use some help. I can feel Mahatma at work in this too. Okay, so Helena's alive, actually? It's Helena, on a flying saucer? Yes, it's me, Helena Blavatsky, flying explorer extraordinaire. What are you doing here? I mean, I'm very happy to see you and all, but... now that you mention it, what am I doing here? First in Agartha, no, the guy with weird beard shot me, but I survived because I fell into a nearby river. But I was still in really bad shape, so I erected a really strong barrier and went to sleep underground so that I could heal. Then, after I recovered, I started exploring Agartha itself. Oh, and I just happened upon a Holy Grail. Really? Brought it back to my mobile lab and used it to power up to Super Helena, which is nice and all. But then I noticed all the shaking, and I thought that it might have been something I did. So I decided to come out and see what was going on. You know, it actually feels like there was something different about me before I went to sleep, but I can't put my finger on it. If Helena was part of the cast in Caster's story, she may have had some sort of inauthenticity. Not that there's any way to find out now, of course. Holy Grail underground. Perhaps that was what served as the Singularity's structural core. I imagine that it must have come free once the destruction was underway. Oh, Sherlock, I didn't know you were here too. No exploring for you this time, huh? Anyway, what happened to Agartha? Oh, when do I get my chance to shine? Wait, hang on, I just realized this whole landmass is flying. What sort of mystical forces are at play here? And why is it falling apart? Do I even have time to explore it now? Never mind that now, Helena. There's something important I need to ask you. You're the only one who can help us. Yeah, with a flying saucer like that. Could you fit about 100 people on board there? Well, there's no room for them inside, but I think they could all fit on top. Master and Dion could ride on Astolfo's hippogriff, but the other people there need help. All you have to do is get them safely to the ground. Please. I get the feeling that I missed out on all the fun stuff, and I'm not happy about that. But in the face of such a heartfelt plea, I suppose I have no choice but to say... Of course, just this once. I'll let you all experience how wonderful Mahatma is for yourself. While I do enjoy the setup... and so, they watch the events unfold from the back of Astolfo's hippogriff. Here the story comes to a close. The fantastical city, created by the soothing words of a woman terrified of death, was falling apart. The downward gaze would reveal the men aboard the flying saucer waving their hands wildly, as it made its way to the ground in what might generously be described as an erratic manner. No doubt they will soon arrive at their homes where their loving families await them. They will tell their wives, their children, their friends, and about their adventures here, and in time, most likely forget about them. That is their story, a story that only they could tell. The destruction continues apace, pieces of earth as though suddenly remembering that they are not meant to fly, making their way back to the ground where they belong, accompanied by great sounds akin to heavy rain and a peal of thunder, or a woman sobbing. Laputa, the whore, for the woman who gave it its title, one filled with self-loathing and resignation. It may have felt like part of herself, one to which she had entrusted her fondest wish. Or perhaps it was more akin to a past she despised, one which she wished to destroy by crashing it into the world? No doubt such a question will find its answer in the stories only she can tell. Perhaps it needs a bit more? And thus they succeeded brilliantly in carrying out the remnant order for the underground world? But we must not forget that there were 4 pillars which escaped from the Temple of Time. We know that there are other survivors still remaining. Curiously, this case, much like Shinjuku, seems steeped in stories. Putting the question of whether these 2 cases shared similar themes aside, the time will no doubt come soon when they find themselves in the midst of another new story. That does make it clear, but it's also rather superfluous. Then again, it may be important to allude to the fact that these events are still in motion. I just can't seem to find the right words for this last sentence. I think I shall have to come back to it later. Jotting down my thoughts to help pass the time is all well and good, but it's clear that I have no talent for the written word. I learned that lesson during a case of the Blanche Soldier, and the case of the Lion's Mane. It's all going to turn out the same in the end. I might as well leave the storytelling to Watson and save myself some time. And then again, when you get right down to it, perhaps there would be no need to record my cases at all if there were some beautiful woman with a lovely voice ready to tell these stories at any time. I sense a beautiful woman nearby. Ferg, don't do it. Guess I was imagining things. I could have sworn I smelled perfume, though. Oh well, guess I'll just have to go back to casually showing off my muscles with Celtic push-ups. Back when I was a kid, I used to do those whenever I had a spare moment in order to train. But now that I've put on all this muscle, I only ever do it to show off, don't I? Hump, hump, hump. Alright, beautiful woman, feel free to pass through this hall, feast your eyes on this manly muscle, and be overcome with lust at any time now. There, luscious curves at 12 o'clock. Nope. Still not there. Not again. You know, I haven't bet on many women lately. Maybe I've lost my touch? I better find a way to turn things around before it's too late. That was too close. I must be certain to never ever run into him. After all, I don't want to die just yet. There we go. Finally. Alright, so, Agartha. I like the setup, I like the ideas that they had, but the writing and dialogue definitely need a lot of work. It reeks of Fake Lighliner's author, which, as far as I know, he's actually the one that wrote this. I can't remember the guy's name, but the same guy who wrote Prismalia is the one who wrote the Agartha chapter, and it definitely has his particular flair on things. So yeah, there we go. Getting Holy Grail. Gonna give that to my boy Edmund. And we'll continue on to Shimosa, I guess. Is that how you pronounce it? Got a Holy Grail. Servant profile for Amazon has been updated. Alright, so after that, next we have, yeah, Shimosa. But we'll pick that one up whenever we eventually actually get to it. But now, I'm just glad that we're done with Agartha. Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Blade Cross EXE, part of Flash of Blades Productions with Fate Grand Order. And tune in next time when we continue with, well, this time period, probably the rerun event for the summer of 2019. But, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Peace out.